Good day, everyone. My name is Moses. These are 5 things I learned about myself on semen retention. And by the way, as of right now, I am on day number 11. Number 1, I learned how to be more confident, look people in the eyes. As before, the reason why I didn't look people in the eyes is because I felt ashamed. And this has to do with, subconsciously, I felt ashamed because of the way I was secretly living, meaning the stuff that I should not be watching, the stuff that makes you weaker mentally as a man and as a human being. So that's number 1. The second thing I learned about my semen retention journey, even though as of right now I'm on day number 11, number 2 is I learned that me watching that stuff was a coping mechanism. If I had a stressful day, I'd watch that nonsense. If I had a altercation or a situation, again, I would watch that nonsense as well. And so instead of me embracing the situation, learning from the bad, I would just escape. I would escape and watch that crap, and again, it would weaken the mind. So instead of me developing a strong mental aspect of life, when bad things happen, got to push forward, I would escape into PMO. Number 3, the third thing I learned about this was, and myself as well, is that I have the ability to control everything that happens up here. A lot of times we're guarded, we're led by our emotions. All right, and when we're led by our emotions, we tend to do dumb stuff, such as watch that type of dirty, videos that we shouldn't be watching. But when you learn how to control your thoughts, you learn how to control your mind, you become in control, and not your emotions in control of you. You learn how to become mentally stronger. Fourth thing I learned how to not be shy and insecure when it comes to women. I've had this issue, and again, it's because I kept escaping. I got rejected. Boom, escape into, the dirty videos, and that was my lifestyle. I learned how to not be. I learned how to not just learn how to accept the possibility of rejection. Learn how to accept the possibility of failure. However, I would not accept me not trying. If I failed, okay, it sucks, but at least I tried. If I didn't get the response I wanted, it doesn't matter, because at least I said, hello, how are you? And I started like that. And number 5, I learned the reason, this is a personal story, the reason why I dove into that type of negative lifestyle of watching these videos, watching those dirty videos, is because I was exposed to it as a young child. I was exposed to just like that super stimulus as a young child. Because of that, I led that lifestyle of just instant gratification of that super stimuli. And again, me being on semen retention and me forcing myself to not go into that habit, that bad habit of, just touching and all that stuff myself, I learned. I was like, wait a second. I was exposed as a very young child to that super stimulus. And that's why, unfortunately, I've led the life that I lived. So with me coming to that honesty, with me realizing, wait a second, this is where it all started. This is how it all started. By me coming to this honesty, I said to myself, you know what? Now that I know the result of, this super stimulus, the alternate lifestyle that I've lived, being secretive and just not being honest with myself as far as living the life that a real man should live, just, watching that super stimulus. Now that I come to the realization of that, I said to myself, it's time for me to step up, be the man that God created me to be, and move forward, start making progress. Whenever I deal with bad situations, I don't watch that super stimulus. I don't touch myself to relieve anything. What do I do for relief? What do I do for that stressful relief? I'll tell you. I exercise. I lift heavy weights accordingly. Nothing crazy, nothing exaggerated where I'm going to hurt myself, but steadily, every single day, every single time I'm in the gym, I lift weights and gradually it increases. I also run. For about. I try to keep it 30 to 40 minutes, and I run at a pretty decent pace. I read books that help me, such as, let's say, 3% Man by Corey Wayne. I read books like that. I definitely read books written by Christian men as well that are that have to do with their Christian walk in God. And all of those guys talk about how they overcame temptation by looking up and knowing that God had the answer for them, instead of just like, oh, I don't know what to do, let me just touch myself. No, there's always an answer. Whether we follow that answer or not, that's up to us. But there's always an answer. There's always an alternative as far as not reaching for that PMO, not falling into that negative lifestyle. And another thing that I do, I take gradual cold showers. So what I mean by that, I jump in the shower, the water's warm, and then gradually I turn the knob till it becomes cold. And I just stay there. I embrace the cold just like I embrace life, the stresses that life has. I embrace those stresses instead of me running away and always looking at, the super stimulus that I should not be looking at. So slowly but surely, I become the man that God created me to be. There's no way that I'm going to live this life, live in my sin, die. And it's like, well, I've been living for the past X amount of decades, and I've never overcome this temptation. I don't believe that one bit. I believe that every single day that you wake up is every single day that God has given you to become the best version of yourself, no less. I've also started learning how to read music. I never learned. And I also started learning how to read, besides music, play the electric guitar. So, and then I signed up for college classes, and my goal is to become a registered nurse, if anything, move forward and see what happens after I become a registered nurse. So these are the things that help me become just more proactive in my life, stop escaping into that world of that super stimulus that will mess up your neurons, and just become the best version of myself. The best. And if I talk to someone, romantically speaking, it's with the intent of being with them, not with the intent of, oh man, I can't wait to get out of here so I can go to my room and fantasize about. No, there is no fantasy. The only thing I'm thinking about is my next workout. The only thing I'm thinking about is, man, in a couple minutes from now, I'm going to be learning how to play the electric guitar and practice the electric guitar and again, keep making slow and steady progress. So other than that, that's the only thing I have to say. My name is Moses, and stay strong. God bless.